this event and for bringing our community together. I also want to thank Ms. Jen and Coach Helen for nominating me for this award. It truly means so much to be recognized as the Youth Philanthropist of the Year. To every community member I've had the opportunity to work alongside, whether on a committee, a council, or a community project, thank you for believing in me and giving me the chance to learn, grow, and be part of something bigger. And to my family and friends, thank you for putting up with my busy schedule and never letting me lose sight of my goals. I especially want to thank my parents. From a young age, my parents taught me that giving back is not something you do because you have to. You do it because you care. They taught me to choose kindness, to help when I can, and to put myself in other people's shoes. Those lessons have shaped so much of who I am, and without realizing it at the time, shaped the way I understand philanthropy. My philanthropic journey actually started when I was about 10 years old. I volunteered at the United Way Holiday Market, where I was in charge of a table filled with donated books and gifts. By the end of the night, the table was completely empty, and I remember feeling so proud knowing that everything had found a home. At 10 years old, I didn't have much to give. I didn't have money, or a big idea, or a leadership position. I just had my time. But that experience taught me something that I still believe today. Philanthropy doesn't have to start with something big. Sometimes it simply means showing up. As I got older, I found more ways to do that. My mom worked at Integrated Community, and she was always inviting me to help wherever I could. I helped organize the welcome area, volunteered at COVID vaccination clinics, helped at the World Fiesta, and participated in other community events. Every one of those experiences sparked a passion for giving back that continued to grow. I learned that giving back means working behind the scenes, giving your time, and using your voice. And sometimes it means being there when your community needs you. One of the experiences that really taught me the importance of using my voice was being part of the Brown Ranch Steering Committee. I was the youngest person on the committee, where I represented both youth and the Hispanic community in an affordable housing project. Being the youngest person in the room was intimidating at first. I was sitting alongside community leaders, consultants, and people with years of experience. But being there taught me that philanthropy isn't just about volunteering. It's also about advocating for your community and making sure different voices are heard. That same year, I joined the Steamboat Springs Teen Council. I served as marketing manager, vice president, and eventually president and youth intern my senior year. Teen Council gave me a place where I could take my ideas and turn them into action. Last year, we focused on belonging. We hosted events throughout the year and presented at the Day of Mental Health and Wellness for students at the high school. And belonging became something I thought about a lot, because for me, philanthropy is also creating a community where people feel seen, heard, and valued. That became especially important to me during my sophomore year. I noticed that Spanish-speaking students and families at my school didn't always have the same access to information. So I went to our principal, Mr. Hamrick, with an idea. I asked, what if we did the morning announcements in Spanish once a week? He said yes, and for the next 3 years, I did exactly that. What meant most to me wasn't just translating announcements. It was seeing bilingual students become more visible in our school community. My parents have always taught me that being bilingual is a strength, never something I should hide. And I saw the importance of that every time someone's face lit up when they realized they can speak Spanish with me. You could almost see the relief. They felt comfortable asking a question or sharing their story because they knew they were understood. Before I graduated, I trained other students to take over the announcements so that that tradition could continue after I left. And that taught me another part of philanthropy. The goal isn't just to make a difference for yourself, it's to create something that allows others to make a difference too. Another huge part of my journey has been the cycle effect. I joined as an athlete during the program's very first pilot year, and I knew absolutely nothing about mountain biking. I was also very shy and probably a little stubborn, but as the program grew, I grew with it. Today, I coach both the girls team and the Mujeres y Pedales, our women's program. Coaching has been one of the most rewarding things I've ever done because I understand the women and girls I coach. I know what it feels like to be new. I know what it feels like to be nervous and wondering if you belong. So when I see an athlete's face light up after completing a challenging ride, trying a new trail, or even taking their first lap around the parking lot, it means so much to me. You can see the moment they realize I can do this. Through all of these experiences, I realized that I've become the mentor I once needed. I try to lead with kindness because I know what it feels like to not belong, and I never want someone else to feel that way. I try to put myself in other people's shoes because we really never know what's going on in someone's life. Sometimes you don't need to have the perfect solution. Sometimes you just need to show up, listen, be kind, and remind someone that they belong. When I think about what philanthropy means to me now, I don't think about a certain number of volunteer hours. I think about impact. I think about the little girl who finds a book at a holiday market, the students who feel more included because they can hear their school announcements in their own language, the student who realizes their voice matters, the athlete who finishes a trail and realizes they can do hard things. Those moments may seem small, but they matter and they add up. As I begin this next chapter at Colorado Mesa University, I'm excited to continue finding new ways to serve and give back to my new community. I'll continue coaching with the Cycle Effect for the Women's Mesa team this fall, and I'm excited to see where that journey takes me. Receiving the Youth Philanthropist of the Year award is an incredible honor, and I don't see it as the end of my philanthropic journey. I see it as encouragement to keep going, to keep showing up, to keep using my voice, to keep opening doors for others, and to keep creating spaces where people feel seen, valued, and like they belong. Thank you.